Hello, I'm Dr. Millicent Thomas. In this video, I would like to explain about a simple random sampling, which is also called SRS. When we collect a sampling, there are various methods of doing it. Some are called voluntary response sampling. The voluntary response sampling are something like the TV program viewer poll. When programs like American Idol ask viewers to call in and vote for their favorite singer, this is an example of a voluntary response sample. Only those who want to call in and be a part of the sample will do it. Otherwise, not everyone who are watching will call in, and hence this is always biased. Some are called convenient sampling. A basic example of a convenient sampling method is when companies distribute their promotional pamphlets and ask questions, maybe say in a mall or in a crowded street. There is always a chance that the selected population may not represent the population of interest. It may not be accurate, and hence this is also biased. And the third method is called probability sampling. And in this case, the individuals or the units are randomly selected, and this one is always unbiased. A very good example of this probability sampling, which is unbiased, is called a simple random sample. We always call that as SRS. S stands for simple, R stands for random, and S stands for sample. This SRS is made of randomly selected individuals. Each individuals in this population has the same probability. And also the sample size N has the same chance of being drawn. There are some examples of this SRS. When you are looking for drawing numbers from a hat, like in the lottery style, that comes under SRS. When you flip a coin and select a chance, that is also an SRS. And we can also use tables, like table of random numbers. That also an example of our SRS. And you can also use software, like even in RTI calculator, you have something called random numbers. And even in your computer, you can pick random numbers. Maybe sometimes if you want to fix those numbers, you can fix a seed and then generate the random numbers. So here in this video, we are going to focus on two things. Maybe first we'll see how to draw things from a hat, whether it comes under SRS, and then we will see the table and how to make use of the table values to find an SRS. If you're trying to pick values from a hat, we always write numbers and put that in the hat and shuffle them thoroughly. Once when a slip is taken from this hat, it is not replaced back in the hat, so that the number is not repeated. Let us talk about a simple random sample. Here I have a community, so let us assume that there are three apartments here in this community. And in these three apartments, I find some old people, some men or some women, something like this. So it looks like there are 10 in each building, and I have got altogether 30 members in this community. And if I would like to pick a simple random sample from this. I always assign a number to this population. This is the whole population. The population is the community of people who are living in 3 different apartments. I would like to give a numerical value to them. I would like to label them. So let us call the give a number as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 10. So when I assign these numbers and say, suppose if I am trying to pick numbers by shuffling it in a hat or trying to pick those numbers from a random table, and let us say that I am trying to get the first one, and say the first one, the number what I'm getting using my hat method is say 3. So I'm selecting the third person. Then say I am trying to select another number and say if it is 8 and say 16 and 24. So these are the first 4 numbers what I got, and if I'm interested in selecting only 4 members from this simple random sample, and these are the members I have selected. The persons are with the number 3, 8, 16 and 24. So this is called a simple random sample. Instead of using a hat, suppose if I try to use a table with a random digit. The table with a random digit may look like this. You may have some lines, and in each line the random numbers are given. Actually, these are all continuous numbers. For convenience, they have given as groups of 5. So in the first line, it starts from 1, 9, 2, 2, 3, etc. goes up to 8, 2, 8, 5, 3. And then again it continues after 8, 5, 8, 2, 8, 5, 3. It goes to 7, 3, 6, 7, 6. Like that it goes on having these random digits. When I want to make use of these table, you have to focus on a very important thing, that is you are labeling the population. First of all, you have to label the population. Suppose if the names of people are given, let us check whether it is put in certain order, alphabetical order. Otherwise, if the names are not there, then we can just assign numbers or labeling the population. If that population consists of members less than or equal to 10, then assign just single digit to them, say 1, 2, 3, etc. up to 0. If you have more than 11 and less than 100, then you assign 2 digits like this, 3 digits, or 4 digits. Now, in my previous case, I gave the numbers from 1 through 30 when there were 30 people. So let us assume that there are 20 students here, and the names of the students are given. They are arranged in alphabetical order. This is our population, and from this population of 20 students, if I have to pick a sample of 5, I have to label these population. When you label this population, since there are 20 members here, I have to assign 2 digits. So the numbers are 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, etc. up to 20. So after assigning these numbers, let us take the table And let us assume that we are trying to make use of the line 103. A number will be given in our question. So suppose if it says make use of the line 103, I start with the line 103, and in this line 103, the number starts from 4, 5, 4, 6, 7, etc. So I have to pick two numbers at a time and see whether the numbers what I have assigned to this population comes under this. So the first one what I have is 17, and then comes 09. I don't have 77, etc. It goes on like this. And so when I complete with 5, 6 in this line 103, I was able to get only 2 members from this first line. So since it is a continuous random number, I go to the next line. So the next line is 52, 52, 71, etc. So from the second line, I am able to pick 3 members here. So altogether, I have got these 5 members. And who are they? You select the names of the students. These are Amy, George, Henry. These are all the 5 people whom I have picked, and that is my sample. So when you're giving an answer, you have to write the names. If the names are given, write the names, not the numbers. So that is your simple random sample. Now in this case, suppose in my line, if the line and the number says 17 occurs twice, after say I picked 1709, and again when I go scroll down in that line, if I find 17 again, I may not select 17 because it looks like I'm picking the same person twice, which doesn't make any sense. So if the numbers are repeated, just skip and then move on, pick the next member. So in this video, we have learned what a simple random sampling is and how to make use of the table if you are asked to pick a simple random sampling. Hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching.